Hello, MonstersAbound here, and of course the nature of MonstersAbound is irrepressible. Unless you press quite firmly. I have limited upper body strength. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires in part 20 of my Fay Enchantress Campaign, where last time we may have accidentally, in finger quotations, a teensy bit killed the Phoenix King's chief bodyguard, Corhill. That's who Corhill is, apparently. He is the chief White Lion. Of course, the White Lions are the bodyguard of the Phoenix King. Oops. It was, pure accident. I'm fairly sure Bo's lance just slipped and regrettably and repeatedly bludgeoned him around the face until his brains fell out. It could have happened to anyone, to be fair. As such, we now have quite a large relation deficit with Lothern, which is somewhat of a problem as our reliability is also rock bottom. And if Lothern declare war on us, then they may start dragging other races into it. Basically, I always feel like the AI is being forced to play nice with you because numbers, while at the same time loathing your guts and attempting to find any excuse to murder you whenever it can. It's basically a psychopath. Now, we should be able to offset the slight deficit there just by beating up the Dark Elves. However, I suspect unless we... I guess if we get rid of Bo, but Bo can't die, so basically we're always going to have this slight problem. What's that? Will of the Lady. Okay. We're always going to have this slight issue because he has the dishonorably discharged trait. So we could potentially get rid of Bo, but I think we're always going to have him in our list of lords because we can't kill him off. So I think we're always going to have that. So, yeah, at the moment it's only heading down to 12. But as we're unreliable, and because, as I say, the AI likes to just be a dick, we could end up at war with them. So what we need to do is we need to basically start giving Lothern some cash and also trying to get Trace. Because the problem is, if Corhill keeps coming at us, I can't do much about it. Like, he could just keep throwing himself. I guess you could only get that trait once on each character. So as long as Bo's the only person to repeatedly accidentally bludgeon him around the face with a lance until he dies, we'll never get, like, multiples. But if, for example, another lord kills Corhill, we have potential of getting 2 of those traits and therefore minus 100 relations with Lothern. At which point, basically, I'm probably going to end up at war with them. So Artois has well and truly dicked me over. So thanks, guys. Thanks for that. Of course, Corhill is in the game. You might be wondering, who the hell's Corhill? Why have you got that trait? I'm using quite a few mods. You can check the mods I'm using in the description. One of which is Mixu's Legendary Laws, which actually adds quite a few Legendary Laws to the game, which I think is a fantastic mod. The reason I really like it is that it's sort of like it complements rather than tries to sort of take over the vanilla game. The mods I really like are the ones that just sort of add a little garnish, like a little flourish to the vanilla game. The mods I don't like are the ones that kind of go, we've given a trait to Karl Franz, and you go, oh great. At the same time, we've wiped out half the factions from the game. You're like, well, why are those two things together? Why don't you just have... So I like Mixu's Legendary Laws because it just adds some more characters to the game, and they're all quite sort of complementary to the vanilla game. So really good mod. Definitely look at that if you're interested with adding some little bits of extra fun to some of the older races like Bretonia and the Empire. It adds all new faction leaders to the Empire, which is fun, and of course you get the faction leaders like there's Chilfroy Artois, the bastard, and these guys all have special trees like that and special traits as well. So Duke of Artois, upkeep minus 50% for questing knights and more chivalry and immortal. So all good there. Right, so got a slight problem in Trace. I'm hoping we might be able to sort of get them back on side.
This day gets worse and worse.
Well,
what do you want?
You're telling me. So I think the more we beat up Karen Carr, the more they'll like it. So I think we just need to keep doing that basically until they come around and stop sending Corhill to come and die. Let's get Hefler Hugh, you can learn to assassinate people. There you go. You can do that. And can we... think you already moved. So let's just end the turn and hope that 1, Lothern doesn't declare war on me, and 2, that Trace doesn't send more armies at me. I've done a lot of renaming for Rene's characters, who are all now heading towards his army. He does have 4? I think he's got 4 damsels in his army. Because, of course, he's got Edith, his wife. He's got Yvette. He's got Michelle from the Resistance, Mimi. And also he's got... there was someone else. Who was the other one? Or was it just 3? Might just be 3. I have to check. And he's also got Officer Crabtree, who was the British officer who spoke in a ludicrous French accent, which was always the funniest part of Hello Hello when I was at it. Hello Hello is one of those sitcoms which is very much of its time. It's a bit like sort of the Carry On series, in that you watch it now and certain bits of it you go, ooh, that's a bit. But at the time it was, fine. Looking through it, the glasses of, modern day thinking, you probably kind of like do some sort of like little cringes. I know I do. But it's still, it's part of my childhood and I still kind of love it despite that. What is Ostland up to? Am I at war with Ostland? Did that happen? I think I might be. I forgot. I wonder what happens to Kislev. Is Kislev okay? Is Kislev doing alright? I mean, Chaos is going to show up sooner or later, aren't they? I need to upgrade Marienburg as well. I need to make sure that Marienburg's happy as well. Are they happy? They're not that happy. We can probably make them happier. And I also need to get the Fay Enchantress to... well, probably back to Bretonia, because I'm a little bit concerned we might end up in a little bit of trouble. Adelhard de Lyonesse. He's back with an untwistable stomach. Rene has completed his vow by watching things be built. Good job, Rene. Did we have... hang on. Duke de Lyonesse. There he is. Was he wounded? He must have been wounded. I guess he was wounded. I guess we can just recruit him, can't we? Because, I mean... yes. You're the Duke of Lyonesse. You've got sea legs, you're a blood feuder, and you're devoted. That's all very good. You've got... oh, you haven't got Grail Vow. You can kill 5 lords in battle, sure. Sure, what have you got? Aura of Authority. Chevaliers de Lyonesse. Weapon strength for Knights Errant, Knights of the Realm. Good. Blessed Machines. That's for artillery. Okay, Warrior. Not Diplomats. So -1 control, but he's good at killing people. Mott and Donjon. Attrition while under siege. I mean, that's completely basically garbage. He's got the Lion's Cloak as well. Look at that. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And Embrace Ulrich or Embrace the Lady. Okay, so he's got the choice there. Oh, interesting. So he can either go for the Lady, or he can go with Ulrich, which will give him basically Berserk. I mean, I'm kind of thinking Berserk would be more fun, wouldn't it? So okay, we've got Adelhard. There he is. Who are you?
Proud son of Athelloren.
That's Daith. Daith is blind, so he might not. He might think he's still in the forest, and he's just accidentally wandered across our territory. But that's okay. He actually might be headed for the monoliths, because obviously they've got that. So who we got? Edith, Yvette, Mimi. Oh yeah, that's no. I just can't count. And then Michelle. Right. Okay. Good. Right. Let's get you. He's got 4 damsels, and he's also got a Officer Crabtree. We'll get you in there. Right. Okay. So vow complete. Good job there. Pledge to campaign. Win a siege battle in desert or jungle. Okay. Win a sea battle. Okay. Let's go pledge to a Manan, because that's probably the easiest thing to do. You're fine there for the moment. Yvette has leveled up. Good job, Yvette. You can get Awakening of the Wood. It's a bit funny because it... yeah, anyway.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Did an art... let's try assassinating someone. Success, finally. Good job. Now, we are... I could... Now, Alberic can't ambush. I could then send him down to the Twisted Glade. We could lay siege to Hotek's column, but... Could we take... I mean...
Protector of the realm.
We've got siege weapons. We've got flying units. What have they got? They've got the Black Guard. What garrison do they have? I mean, it's not that much, is it? You know what? I reckon we can take Hotek's column. Although, taking Twisted Glade would probably be easier. Okay, what we're going to do...
Valiant Lord.
Is we're going to send Tim down here. Oh, there's an army down here. Oh, and this place doesn't have walls. Let's go for this place then. You can't quite reach it. I think Tim can, though. Tim can. Yes, he can. Right. So we got Cyrus. Cyrus the Virus from the amazing film Con Air. What a film. It's got that guy in it. What's his... Is it Nicolas Cage? It's Nicolas Cage, isn't it? And what a film. Love that film. It's brilliant. It's got General Hammond from SG-1 in it. Someone landed on his car, I believe. So we're going to fight... we haven't fought the Dark Elves yet, so let's have a little fight with the Dark Elves. They do have some Doomfire Warlocks, and they're actually quite nasty. Especially because they've got this Lesser Doom Bolt, which can be pretty brutal. So we've got to be a little bit careful of that. But I think we're fully... I mean, we've got two armies here, so we can't really lose, can we? Theoretically. We have so far met little to no Dark Elf resistance to our invasion, so it's nice to actually have somewhat of a fight against the Dark Elves on our hands. I'm fairly sure that Malik is probably just somewhere else and he will rock up at some point. Talking of rock up, we're throwing rocks at the Dark Elves and that has forced them to advance. Now, we've got our infantry in the centre. Tim is with his Pegasuses on the right flank. We've got the Knights of the Realm from Tim's army on the right flank as well. On the left flank, we've got Alberic and his Knights. And we've got the two damsels who are dropping. This is a lightning thing. It's a lightning thing, and it's explode. Look at this. I love it. Look at it. They just pop. Pop. And that's why you shouldn't stick your fingers in plug sockets, kids. And over on our right flank, we have engaged the Doomfire Warlocks. Quite nasty units, but they don't have much armor piercing. They don't have much armor. And we're going to charge them in the rear. Look at that, getting wiped out quite nicely. We've rebuffed them already on the left flank. Similar story as we deal with the other Doomfire Warlocks. There we go, going down. Very, very good. Tim has flown in behind the enemy army, and we're going to pick off the enemy sorceresses. There's a couple of... There's a Supreme Sorceress. That's Cyrus, I guess, and another Sorceress. We're going to go down, knock them out. We've got a couple of units of Blackguard. Not sure what they're doing. Alberic's come in. He's going to clean off this Blackguard with his this Trident ability, and you can see it knocks down the Blackguard to about half health. That's pretty brutal. So we've managed to knock out most of the Dark Elf army, and now it's dealing with the Blackguard. Of course, the Blackguard are anti-large armor-piercing units, pretty much what we don't want to have to fight as knights. But the nice thing is we're going to hit them from every fucking direction. Look at this. Coming in there. Pegasus coming from other directions. We've charged this unit of Black Knights with all of Alberic's forces, and then Pegasi, come down, land right in the back. Lovely. This is pretty good over here. These Holy Wardens of La Mazantal have engaged the Blackguard. That means they are not looking what's coming in from behind them, and here comes some more Knights of the Realm. Going to get a great charge there. Oh, that was beautiful. Look at that. And the rest of the Blackguard now kind of like, they don't know which way to turn. They can't decide. Look, they're wavering, they're ready to break, and they're breaking. And that's not a good idea when you're about to be turned into a knight sandwich. Definitely about using your mobility against the enemy. Giving the Blackguard too many options to defend against, you can hit them from every direction, and they suffer for it. And we've got a Scroll of Blasts. This could be quite useful. We've got some chivalry for that. Excellent. Good. Good, good,
There
good.
will be consequences.
If we raise it, we get more chivalry, which I'm thinking probably the better option. So let's just burn it to the ground. We've got a Scroll of Blast, which I think I got in a previous campaign and was quite useful. So we will definitely find a use for that.
Do you know who I am?
Let's maybe give that to the Moist Bint. We've got a lot of stuff here, actually. Can we give... let's give you a Hedge Wizard.
My reputation precedes me.
Callie, you don't have anything either. I could give you... Let's give you the Book of Asher. You got a Hedge Wizard. I don't think we can give you anything else, but that works quite nicely. We've also got a skill point. Heflehue is... well, you're kind of just... just assault, I think. I think you're just going to learn how to assault people. I think that's what you're going to do. How much chivalry did we... he didn't actually show you how much you got last term. But, look at this. 995. Now, we need 2,000. So, actually, we're about halfway there. About halfway there already. We've got quite a few peeps up. Now, I probably do want to give some cash just to say sorry.
I am the heir of Anarian, and I bid you welcome.
Thank you. How about I give you a nice medium gift?
Very well.
Insist. Okay, good. That'll make it drop less, which is fab.
Your presence is not appreciated, so be quick with your request.
Look, could I just offer you a lot of money to just... Please? Plus, it is going down because of the bad things we're doing to other people. So, if we can just keep up the bad things we're doing to other people, then hopefully Trace will come around to maybe not wanting to kill us. In the meantime, let's maybe just upgrade some buildings to maybe help with that. I'm thinking maybe get a guardhouse here because we might need it. We've got more wine, but I think I think we've got enough wine, haven't we? So currently we're trading 90% of our barrels. So making more wine just means we have more barrels that we're not exporting, which we don't actually make any money on. So it's not really worth building that. Let's get the Fay Enchantress back over here to help us, just in case we need it. We have one Piers. Oh, you. Okay. Sure, you can be hard to hit. Recruiting units there. That's fine. Armand. You know what, Armand? If you can come over to the Dark Elves and just beat them up. If I have any agents, you don't have a damsel. We've got she's a witch. We'll bring her down here. That's more a statement rather than a name, but you know what? We've got more. Right. Right, you guys, you're going over here. We're going to get Luon back into the city. We'll get she's a witch. Go and join them. We're going to send lots of our agents over to Nagron, basically just to rough up Dark Elves individually, because that's, for some reason, agent actions really help with relations. So if you ever have a problem with someone or you want to make friends with someone, just get your agents to go and kick the shit out of their agents, or their cities, or just beat them up. Because we can see, so military actions, we've got 11. And we should have hero actions. There we go, 5. So, I mean, we've raised one city, we've captured 2 others, and killed quite a lot of Dark Elves, and we've currently got 11. Whereas our, Heflehue has so far managed to assassinate 1 person, and has managed to acquire almost half of basically killing a shit ton of Dark Elves. So the more agents you have, basically just roughing people up on a turn-by-turn basis, that you can really quickly rack up those relation points. So the more agents we have over there, the better. Tristan, you're just sort of like, you're just on a little exploration mission, aren't you? So we're just going to send you, maybe go and find Mazdamundi. Oh, we're going to find Phil, weren't we? We're going to find Philip Billings, and say hi to him. He's one of my nemesises. He's my nemesis in the west. And of course, Manfred is my nemesis in the east, and they're both kind of bald-headed little moon-faced goons who I dislike at either side of the map, basically. Phil, for some reason, doesn't like me, and he will just declare war randomly on me. Manfred, he's just a knob. The reason the Warhammer world was destroyed was because Manfred, basically. If you read the end time books, everything was going swimmingly, and then Manfred decided to lose his shit, and I think ruined incantation or something, and basically just ended the world because he threw a paddy. So Manfred, what a moon-faced little jerk.
I am Morgiana, Fay Enchantress of Bretonia.
Hello. Oh. Why? Just because of my great power? Well, fine. Won't sell you my wine then. Screw you. More wine for me. Serves him right. It's the problem when you have low reliability. So we've got the North Guard, so we're going to get more chivalry for defeating Norskans and more melee attack and melee defense for doing it, which is good. Apparently Edith has picked up a student. Good job, Edith. She also picked up a skill point, so let's give her, I don't know, like Earthblood or something. Sure, makes sense. Beaumont, yes. You can come down to Bordelot. Just pop down there. You're basically our defense in Bretonia. Do I give more money to... I could do, couldn't I? To be honest, assassinating people probably isn't the best option, because assassinating people makes people tired, whereas assaulting them doesn't. So I should probably be assaulting with Heflehue rather than assassinating. Probably a better option. Let's head over to friendly, because this is why I gave the monolith to the Wood Elves, so that if we pop into that territory, because I'm military allies with them, we get the replenishment that we need. Because if we had the territory, we would have terrible replenishment. Let's go Wound Maker there. That looks good. And Callie, the Windy Bent, is going to... I like Chain Lightning. I like Chain Lightning. So uninhabitable climate obviously reduces the casualty replenishment rate for local armies. However, it doesn't affect your military allies for whatever fucking reason. So even though this is uninhabitable climate for the Wood Elves, and if I held this province, it would give me minus 15% casualty replenishment, which would mean my replenishment would be lessened. Because I'm just a military ally of the Wood Elves, I get full replenishment for being in friendly territory, which is their territory, which is uninhabitable climate for them, but not, well, and for me, but because it's not my territory, it's a good way of getting replenishment in sort of territory like this, where you're not going to find any sort of territory that your faction particularly likes for fucking miles. But that's going to get us replenished. Then we can go and hit Hotek's column, burn that to the ground, get more chivalry, because apparently burning entire civilian populations to ash is better than stealing their money. I question the logic, but I'm not... Well, do I question... you know what, I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to... You know what? Fine. If that's what the lady... If she's like, you know what, you could burn women and children to the ground along with the city, but don't take their shit. Fine, whatever you like. Not going to argue. Let's get a water wheel and also a farm. I could give more money to the High Elves. I think they're generally okay with me, kind of, a bit. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Admiral Hard, yes, fine, you're good. Now we're recruiting units here, aren't we? You know what we need is a damsel, don't we? Do we have any spare damsels? Where are our damsels? Let's find out. Do we have any spare damsels? She's a witch. She's heading for Luon's army. All the other damsels are actually in Rene's army, and realistically, the sensible thing would be to take one of the damsels out of Rene's army and put it in Chilfroy's. However, I like the fact that I've got Rene and his 4 damsels in the same army, and also Chilfroy.
Lord and hero.
That's not Chilfroy. Chilfroy is the reason that I am having problems with my relations with Lothern. So basically, I don't think he deserves magical support. He can deal with all that shit by himself. That's entirely on him. We're going to move down here. We could actually pop... We have a Grail Chapel there. We don't have one here, so actually what we could do, I don't really need this, do I? I could knock that down, build a Grail Chapel there. I do want that there. We've got a Grail Chapel there, that's fine. We've got a Grail Chapel here as well, but I'm kind of okay with that. Montfort, I could actually buy Montfort off the dwarves, couldn't I? I probably should do that. Yeah, I'm probably going to do it. Okay, we'll buy Montfort off the dwarves. Marienburg is okay. I could probably do with some extra growth. So let's knock that down and get something that increases our growth there. Because that should help. 79 growth a turn isn't bad, but the sooner we can get to the Marienburg port, which gives us 200... sorry, not 200. That's less zeros. 2,000 income generated each turn is pretty major, so we should definitely grab that. Hefler Hugh, you're still tired, so you need a little rest. Unassigned skill points. Jourdain, the devoted. What? Sure, go. That is nice, isn't it? Nice run, yeah, sure. Okay, good. Go with that. Research available, lovely. We could get a unification of Bretonia. I could do that as a potential option. Considering there's not many green skins left, there's no point getting that. We're not at war with well, we are at war with the Beastmen, but we're not really fighting them. We could maybe get more relations with the dwarves. Or actually, let's support religious errantry, because that will give us more relations with those factions down there who are currently not very happy with us. I mean, I didn't kill their bodyguard, did I? I'm not sure. I'm not keeping track.
Ready to serve.
Oh, so Karamkar and Nagrand have confederated. Look at that. And the Knights of Rogo are called a Knights Errantry. That's rubbish. Vanaheim Mountain. What? Oh, right, yeah, that place. I'm not too bothered about it. Nathaniel's back. He was the idiot who was leading our errantry. Birds in the bread, don't care about any of those people. Not really a big deal. Okay, so we're at war with Malekith now. Is that a problem? Does that actually... Okay, I was wondering whether when a faction confederated, it wiped the approval for that faction out, but it doesn't. Just a thought I had. I was fairly sure it didn't, but I wanted to make sure. Okay, let's...
My deeds are legend.
Apparently the army's left the area. Okay, let's assault the garrison.
I will weaken the garrison.
Well, you failed.
Guardian.
Moist Bint, rank up. Nice. Let's go for evasion. You can evade shit now. Nice. Okay, let's go and take Hotek's column, because apparently the... Oh, it's not actually... Oh, because of course they're confederate. I never thought that affected the AI. Does it affect the AI now? It's only fair. It affects you. It affects the player. When you confederate, effectively your garrison starts from 0. It's almost like it's been wiped out and then starts replenishing again. Okay, cool. So...
Honor and glory.
Well, indeed, it's going to make it a lot easier to kill these knobheads, isn't it?
Lord.
So,
For Bretonia.
kill a lot of them. Burn it to the ground. No survivors. We've got a Sword of Anti-Heroes. And apparently Alberic's a confident attacker. He's burned down a couple of civilian cities now, and he's now feeling a lot more confident in burning down civilian cities. So that's nice. He's also a warrior. More chivalry, more melee attack, all that kind of good stuff.
Lord of Bretonia.
Tim. Defender of Paravon. Growth, all provinces. Income from trade, 10%. In additional resources produced. And Vanguard deployment for the entire bloody army. That's pretty good. Now, Alberic. I could actually move Tim back to safe territory, but I'm not going to, because that would leave Alberic a little bit out in the open. Now, I could... Point Reeves does sound quite good. Peasant's Duty gives us additional growth, additional control, and additional tax rate. So currently the Peasant's Duty increases growth by 15%, doesn't it? So it's not quite as good as tax. But basically that just makes it do everything. Do we just maybe go for that? Because, I mean, we don't really have a problem with control, do we? The extra growth would be nice, though. Shipping lanes. Construction time. Okay, well, that's not bad. I don't think we really need that. Let's go for because we do have goods that we don't have a lot of, and we're trading everything, so that will actually give us more income, won't it? In theory. So we're making 8,407 at the moment. So if we then get shipping lanes, I mean, it's not a massive boost, but it's, you know, it's something. It makes Alberic somewhat less bloody useless. Indeed. Let's go and land everyone. Excellent. So I've been trying to beat people up. How are we doing? Going up to 49. What about trace?
I find talking to your kind most trying. What is it?
A bit harsh. Okay, it's going down to 70. Well, up to minus 71. That's not the worst, is it? The broken treaty is not great. War. Military actions. I mean, you know, there's some problems there, but you know, we're trying to fix the problems. We're working at it. We actually have a lot of cash. What we could maybe do.
If what you seek is for the greater good, my sword is yours.
Okay, thanks. Let's go and give you some money.
Understood.
Okay, going up to... Okay, good. Right, I think we can head this off and make sure that Lothern doesn't try and murder us. Good. Okay, that was my main concern, was that my relations would drop to a certain point and Lothern would just go, fuck it, I'm going to declare war on you. And at that point, I'm basically screwed, because there's no way I can... If they declared war on me, I probably wouldn't be able to peace out with them. I would struggle to peace out with them, and then, at the same time, my relations would be continuing to drop, along with the factions that they are allied with, which were probably most of the High Elf factions. So their faction, the High Elf factions would start to hate me as well. They then would probably declare war on me, and basically I just end up at war with Ulthuan, and I don't really want to have to deal with Ulthuan on top of everything else. But look at our chivalry. Chivalry is going great. We're now up to knightly. Your actions inspire warriors and strike fear into your enemies' craven hearts. Look at that. Lord recruit rank for Bretonian Knights. All lords start with a Knight's Vow. That's good. That's really good. Okay, Tim's fine. Lovely. What? I mean, we could maybe go and hit... Well, do I want to fight organ guns?
Who calls me Hex?
I mean, the answer to that is tricky, but it's no. Basically, I don't want to fight organ guns. Do not want. So... I could maybe go and grab... I don't think there's much for the Fay Enchantress to do round here at this moment in time. It's not really a lot for her to do. So maybe what we do is we head down here, maybe then scooch up here and grab this Remnants of Battle just for funsies. Maybe it's a big old skull reef here. We could go and grab that. Maybe go and grab that one. Do a little battle there. Make sure she's still useful. Ideally, I would have sent her over to Nagaron, but she was kind of she kind of headed south and cleared out Estalia and Sartosa by herself, and she was a bit far south to actually come and help with the Nagaron invasion. But to be honest, the Nagaron invasion is going quite well. Bo and Tim knocking it out of the park. Well, not Bo. It's Alberic. I forgot who Alberic was. And on that bombshell, that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Next time. I think we're going to continue to try and peace out with Lothern and Trace. Well, not with Trace anyway. Try and get Trace on side. Try and keep Lothern from declaring war on us. Try and get our reliability from very low to something a little bit. It's been low. I wasn't a military ally with Trace, was I? It was literally just a non-aggression and trade agreement. So why is it taking so long? Reliability is a bit of a dick. Some people have said there's a mod that actually stops it from dropping. I'm not sure if I want to stop it from dropping, but certainly something just to make it a bit less punishing and a bit more reasonable, because I don't feel like assisting my ally in their war is not treachery. It's literally a case of I had to help my ally. So being punished for that is a bit harsh, in my opinion. But there we go. That's my opinion. So that's where we're going to leave it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of the Fay Enchantress.